Hey, welcome back and thanks for joining me for another episode. I know it's been a while since I have posted some videos. I have just been extremely busy and my spare time has unfortunately been a bit limited. But I'm doing a little bit of a different video here today. What I have here is a book nook, and this is from my son. My son got this because he really liked it and he collects manga and wants to put this on the shelf with his manga. And he didn't feel that he would be able to really build it, and so he asked if I would build it for him. So I said, sure, I'm going to go ahead and build it for him. And don't know if you're familiar with these, but let's open it up here. Called a book nook. It goes in between books, or it goes on a bookshelf. You can use it in between books. It's basically like wood, laser cut wood that you put together kind of like a model. You can see all the layers here. So we got all the parts there. There is a sheet of plexi that goes in the front so you can see inside the book nook. Here we have some other little accessories. There are some stickers that get used. Looks like some frost here for some of the lights that are in the book nook. And then here we have the power supply and lights themselves. And yeah, again, you can see it's like very thin, almost like balsa wood, and it's laser cut. So I'm going to peel the plastic off here and give you a little look at what this looks like here. And this is going to be a different video too, because there's not a lot of information to give you when building this, so this is going to be almost more of a time-lapse video. But here we have, looks like this is probably one of the insides, and then it's just sheets with different parts that you just basically press fit together. Some of this is going to be glued. I'll probably just use Elmer's glue because it is wood. Really nice printing on this. I think it's going to be really pretty when it's done. Looking at the picture on the box, it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. And there's some more clouds. Looks like that'll be the back. And then of course, this is the plexi that will go on the front to look through and protect it so you can see inside. And then again, we have the instruction manual. You can kind of see what it looks like there. And there's some lighting in there. And we'll go ahead and get started on this. Here is the power supply. Comes with some lights, and it's just a touch panel here is how you turn the lights on and off, which is pretty slick. I like that. I might have to look into that for more of my normal models. So I'm going to go ahead and just start at the very beginning here with the first set of pieces. And we have the first pieces here, and you just carefully push them out here and get them pushed out so that I can assemble them together. They pop out pretty nicely. I'm sure this is laser cut. Go ahead and push all the first pieces out here that it tells me to. And there we have the first set. We have some little pieces that go in here up at the top. And there's some more. And then these two layers go together. Got something wrong there. There we go. And that gives us a wall there, and putting these other little pieces in the front. And there's like a little shelf area. And then we have like a little rooftop here. And what looks like maybe some type of, maybe like bamboo wood or something like that. Another little roof piece here. And these sections pop out great. They just slip right in. You just push in the other little pieces that are needed. They also give you a little tool here to help pop stuff out. And then here we have like a little sign with a sticker that goes around it to make the sign, and that just pops right here. It's got a couple little border pieces to go on either side. And there we have the sign. Then it has this little piece that goes around it. There's also some little stickers here for like little flags, banners that hang down. And then we have a piece here which actually needs to be glued on. Add a little glue there and just stick it right there. And here's the first piece of flooring, and it just attaches right into the flooring there. And we got some other little pieces like little curbside that goes on either side, and I just glue those into place. It's got a little pot here, a little birdhouse that goes in, a little planter, and an actual plant. And there's our first assembled piece. So from this point on, this is pretty much just going to be like a time-lapse video of the entire build. There will be a couple spots where I pop in and speak, like when there's the lighting portions to go over. But pretty much this will just be time-lapse, and just, you know, maybe hopefully you'll enjoy watching this build. And this is the floorboard of the entire book nook, and there's these little side pieces and these little hooks which I'm pushing out here. These will support the wires for the lighting that's going to go throughout the build. So I got the rest of the little hooks here to put into these little holes on the bottom. Got those in place, and then the sides pop on. Then we have our lights, and they are attached. We have, what is it, 5 different lights here. They go to some of the hanging lanterns in the middle, as well as the tower in the back and a couple of other spots. And you can see the LEDs inside there, and there's different lengths, and it just plugs into this power supply here, and they can unplug really easy so that you can get them wired up on the floor. Just put it into place inside the little hook, and I've got all the wires run through the floorboard, and then we're able to put the first piece on to the board here. And it just press fits inside there, and we have our one light that runs through. Press fit that down. Then we have our tower, which mounts in the back here. And then we have this LED, which goes into the back side of this little building, and then we have another LED here that feeds up into the tower to illuminate the entire tower that you see here. It fits into this little slot there and holds the LED in place. This other one fits into the back of this building here, and this will light up the little soup bowls and the little table. So I've got the LED in the tower and the LED in that little building there wired up. I'll just do a quick little test to make sure everything's working okay, like I do with all my builds. And there we can see the lights coming on. And you can see lighting in the tower there. Really bright on the bottom, not so bright in the middle and top section, so I'm going to have to deal with that probably with some diffusion. And we just continue on with the next piece of buildings and some more boards on the sides. So we have our power supply here with the little plugs. The power supply is going to fit right there in the front. So there we have the switch plugged in. And again, little test, works fine with the switch just by touching it. Then we're going to go ahead and move on to some more side panels. Now these parts will make up the hanging lanterns in the middle of the book nook. So get all these pieces out here. We have these little round pieces that make up the round portion of the lantern itself. And then the LED will fit in the middle and held in place by those little curved pieces. And then the wire, there's some other little pieces here to attach to the lantern posts that will hold the wires in place. And then we have this frosted piece of paper that we just wrap around the outside, glue it on the back side, and there we have a working Chinese lantern. And I've gone and I've made both the lanterns for the right side, and they just attach to the side of the panel here. Run the wires down these little portions here, which will hide it when you're looking inside. You won't see the wires. And just push them inside here. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a little shot of glue also to hold the wires in place so they won't be seen. And then this side piece just snaps onto the side. Then we run our other wire and lantern and mount it in place. Run the wire through this little piece here to hold it in place, and here is our switch. And another quick test, and now we have both of the lanterns lighting up with just a touch. And the wires are running down through the side here, which will be hidden. This is our little power supply compartment cover door that I'm assembling here. And there is the front, and the door attaches to the bottom with these little pegs and these little flowers. Little pegs come through this slider with the flower. It slides up and down. That correct there. And then the door attaches to that. And this way the door can slide up to reveal the power supply so you can pull it out and change the batteries. I've also put a piece of wax paper over the tower to diffuse the light better through all 3 levels of the tower. We attach the back piece here. And there we have the entire thing assembled except for the front, and all the lights are lighting up just fine. You can see the tower back there. The lights are much more distributed throughout all the windows, and it looks a lot better now. So then we throw the front on here. And you can see this is attached, and here's the little door, and you just slide it up and it reveals the battery power supply there. So you can pull that out to swap out batteries if need be, and you just push it back and then slide the door back down to cover it up. Then we have a top piece here. This top piece has another little piece of clear plexi that goes on so that you can see inside through the top, and that just protects it from dust and things getting inside there. Got all of it glued down. You can see what that looks like there on the top. And then this top, the little touch button to turn it on and off, it came with some pieces of tape you put on the switch and just tape it down on the underside of the top here in between these 2 holes that you can see there. I'm going to secure it down with the tape, make sure it's held in place nice and secure. Actually, I'm going to put another bit of tape on here as well just to hold it tighter. Oh, I'll attach it here. You can see now when I touch the top through the wood, you can sense your touch and it'll turn it on and off through the wood. Then we have this last sheet of plexi. Just peel off the protective layers from the front and back, and it just slides in through the front there, turns on and off. And you can see you can just lift this up and it slides the plexi up along with it to change your batteries if need be. And then you just push back down on the plexi up top and it'll close the door down. And our book nook is complete. So I present you the completed book nook. Hey, if you like watching my videos, please feel free to give them a like. And so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, click subscribe.